Hey, what's up, everyone? Hopefully, everyone's doing well. Today, I'm going to show you how to not get banned with your Nintendo Switch modded. There's going to be two things I'm going to be using, which is Incognito. You can download it here. This is grossly outdated, so I have a new link that I'll leave in the description below, along with the two websites as well. This is updated. And crap, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it just updated. Use the updated stuff. Definitely use the updated stuff. This is also another website I'm going to be linking below. You got to edit the txt file and add a bunch of code into it. It's not that bad, actually. So I'll be walking you through both of them, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to be starting with Incognito. Please remember that this only works on a modded Switch. Also, have your NAND backup of your Switch and stored in a safe place, as it says right here. These are the requirements as well. So please take your time and read that. So we'll get started with Teggy. As you can tell, I got two files left. I decided to go to favorites up here and delete the old ones. Hakati 5.8.0 is the newest one. Please keep things up to date. Fusey.bin is the newest payloader as well for Atmosphere. Fusey Geely or Gaily is kind of outdated. Nobody uses that anymore, so please keep that in mind. Always keep things updated. So let's go back here. We'll download this bin. I'll go to downloads. Drag and drop to the desktop. Now I'm going to, and I'm just gonna have to hook up my Nintendo Switch, and I'll see you over on the Switch side of things. All right, as you can tell, the payload got injected just fine. I'm really unsure if this is blurry or you can't see it. I do apologize. I'll read it off. It says backup sysnan, backup emu MMC, Incognito the sysnan, or the Incognito emu MMC. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back up both sysnan and emu MMC just for S and giggles, just in case something happens. At least I know in the back of my head I'm safe and sound, and I don't have to worry too much. And I'm not going to be using Incognito sysnan because sysnan is, I just want that to be free of everything. No nasties floating around there. Emu MMC, that's the one I'm going to be using. So let's get this started. So down here gives you volume, moves up and down, powers to enter, pretty much. So first I'm going to back up the sysnan. Do apologize. Unsure how blurry that is. Here we go. So that's done. Press any key. Where's the any key? Now I'm going to move the volume down, back up the EMU. All right. Awesome. So it says back up to SD prod info underscore emu. So that's good. It's saved to the SD card. All right, well, back over to the PC side of things. Inserting the SD card into the laptop right now. As you can tell, it worked. Remember, last video, do not format, otherwise you're going to screw everything up. Yeah, removable. Good for you. Good for you, removable. Also, please read important information as well if you want to get this going. So right now, we're going to go to the SD card, and we're going to be taking the emu NAND and backing that up. Go to Switch. Actually, let's go to Documents and the Switch Backups. Do that. Oh, it's right there. Look at that. Drag and drop. Just like it reads right there. Will be saved to the root. Move to a safe place. Now, I'm questioning if I should delete this or not, both of these, or just keep them the way they are. I think I'm just gonna keep them on the freaking SD card for now, because I don't have, it's not taking up anything anyway. I mean, I got plenty of space. I mean, how big are these bins? Oh, they're megabytes. Not okay. So that's good. That's all well and done. So right now, we're gonna go back to the Nintendo Switch side of things, and we're gonna go boot into the actual operating system of the Nintendo Switch, so I could show you that it's not gonna be reading anything, like the serial number and stuff like that. As you can tell by this image right here. So let's go do that. All right. I booted into the Hecate payload app. So we'll go to launch. The nice thing about editing videos and stuff like that, I could do stuff beforehand and check things out, see if things work before I actually put them on film or the screen or whatever. So I actually deleted both sysnan and emunan backup files. So I got none on the system whatsoever. And as you can tell, it's booting up into Atmosphere or whatever it's called. I believe it's Atmosphere. Kind of wish the booting was a little bit quicker. So what you want to do, you want to go down to System Settings. Scroll all the way down to System. Next, you want to go scroll all the way down to Serial Information. And there you go. It's not even the real serial number that the system came with. So if your serial number is totally different than what it came with, you know Incognito is actually working. So you don't need to go back to the Incognito little loader. Just boot up into Hecate if you'd like, and just pick your sysnan or your emu MMC to run off of. I suggest emu for emulation, and you're good to go with Incognito now. Next on hand is going to be the DNS, so you can block all Nintendo's servers and IPs and stuff like that if you don't plan on going online and playing against other people. All right, now we're going to be blocking the Nintendo servers. The first part seems somewhat easy. It's easy enough. There's some other stuff if you want to set up a new connection via Wi-Fi as well. And you can add the DNS if you're in America or Europe. Then we could go about testing it as well. Like I said earlier, if you open up the eShop, if you did it right, it will come back as this unable display page. And you could test the homebrew as well if you want to download the 90 DNS tester. You just click the link, go to the thing, the GitHub, download this, throw this onto the SD card, and then enter the homebrew menu. When you get to the actual launch page of the Nintendo Switch, click on Albums, and then you could test out the 90 DNS tester. And after the test finished, it should look similar to the picture below, with every Nintendo domain being blocked. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So first things first, what we're going to do, we're going to download this emu, because I'm going to be running emulation on my Nintendo Switch. I'm not going to run the base system. If you want to apply the DNS redirection to sysmmc instead of emu, just rename the file to sysmmc. But that's totally up to you. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just trying to help you guys out. So, what next? I'm gonna connect the. Actually, I'm gonna take the SD card out. I was gonna boot up the system and just connect the SD to the laptop, like I showed you in the last video, but I'm going to do it this way instead. So I'm going to take out the SD card and throw it into the laptop. Alright, as you tell, the SD card's in the laptop right now. Of course, it's always going to say this. If there's a way to cancel this out or block it, I would love to know how. Downloads. I like the drag and drop stuff, as you can tell. Go to Switch SD, and it goes. It tells you enter the Atmosphere folder. Okay, Atmosphere. Oh, look, we do have host. Now, if you don't have host, please create it. And looks like it has to be lowercase. And we're gonna be, if it doesn't create a folder, and we have to drag and drop this emu into here. Now, if you want to use it as a sys, remember to rename it to sys mmc, but I'm not going to do that. So that's good. You're good to go. All right. You can verify the functionality of the DNS reduction by booting into emu and powering off. A report will be generated in Atmosphere logs called DNS. If it starts with following, the DNS redirective is active. So that's what we're going to do next, guys. I'm going to boot up the system. I'm going to drop in on the emu MMC, wait for the system to load up, and I'm going to power off and come back to the SD card and going to see if this picture looks exactly the same as the log. If it is, we're good to go. We can move on to the next step. So stick with us. Or stick with me, I should say. Alrighty, boys and girls. We're at the home screen of the Nintendo Switch. Hit A. Let's go down to System Settings. Let's go down to Internet, or the interwebs. Next, you want to go to Internet Settings. You want to change settings. Let's see. Manual. Primary DNS. Two different IP addresses. So please look at the website before you start punching in what I actually have. I'm in the Americas or whatever. You know what I mean. As you can tell, as an American, I can't talk. Let's see. There'll be 2. And that's it. That's all you had to do. All right. Before we go download that 90s DNS to try in the homebrew, we're going to try the Nintendo eShop. Now, I am connected to the internet Wi-Fi. I entered in the DNS as well. There you go. It works. No, I didn't even boot into the custom emu NAN as well. This is the actual legit retail service that I'm using. I'm going to test the emu NAN, actually. I'm kind of curious as well. Alright, I booted into the Hikati again. I'm going to try the emu MMC. See if the eShop works as well with booting into the eMMC yeah. Well, as you can see, the EMU MMC works as well. So yeah, so you can load into Hekate, boot into your emulation, and it still gives you this page, which is great. Or you can just power up the system and try the eShop as well, and it still works. So that's good. All right, I'll power this down. We're gonna go back to the Windows, and I'm gonna download that 90 DNS, and we're gonna test that in the homebrew. And you can find your homebrew under albums, as you can tell. So let's go back to home. All right, guys, I'll see you on the PC side of things. All right, we're back into the Windows platform. I loaded up the system, Nintendo Switch. I actually just inserted the SD card, and we got to go to Atmosphere. Actually, let me go back and check where to go. Actually, Atmosphere log, Atmosphere DNTS. Oh, there we go. I couldn't find logs for some reason. It sure looks like line 7 corresponds with the first one up here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they're using a little bit different notepad than this. They're using one of those I can't remember it. It's like Notepad plus plus that gives you the numbers and stuff like that. So yes, things are working out. That's great. All right. Let's cancel this, back out of this, and on to the next. All right, last thing to do is to download the homebrew. We're going to be downloading the 90 DNS tester. Click the link. You want to download this NRO. It says place the Switch 90 tester in the Switch folder on your SD card. Okay, let's go here. Switch cards in there. So this is where you're gonna put all your files for the homebrew. Now I'm gonna delete the save because I could care less. FTP I'll leave in there. I think Daybreak is something where you can upgrade the firmware or upgrade something or other I read, but that's for another day. All right. Let's eject this. After that's ejected, I'm going to insert the card to the Nintendo Switch, boot up the Switch, and go into the homebrew. So please follow along. All right, we booted into Hekate again. We're going to launch the EMU MMC. All right, as you can tell, I did delete the JK save, so it's not there. So if you don't want any of the homebrew, just delete it off the SD card, and you won't see it on here. But the 90 DNS is here, so let's test this out. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. So you officially have blocked every single thing, and you should not worry about getting banned whatsoever. So that's pretty good. So that's it for the video. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, comment, subscribe. I love to hear some feedback. Haven't heard anything from the last 2 videos. I know they're extremely long. I do apologize. I don't really know how to cut content down, so I feel like this stuff needs to be out there and spoken about and whatnot. If I could find a way to do it under like 5 minutes, I would, but I don't think I'm that good of doing that. But either way, thank you for watching.